What's up, everybody? What is going on? George the Disney Italiano coming from Moe's Tavern, part of Universal Studios Hollywood, with my good buds, OG from OG55, and of course, the one, the only, for the first time ever, part of the bar chat, Mr. Theme Park Wizard.
That's me, OGG of Trick Rock in the back.
So, yeah, we're here on location at Universal Hollywood doing another bar chat. You guys love them. We're going to keep throwing them at you. And, so let's dive into it. I think the first topic...
Oh, actually, George lied. We're not in Hollywood. We're in Florida at Moe's Tavern. We're not on location in Hollywood. We're on location in Universal Studios, Florida. And this is Pokemon Land. Heck yeah!
So I guess all the yellow that we're seeing is not the Simpsons, it's Pikachu.
That's right.
It's Pikachu, absolutely.
But let's start with the first topic. Wizard, you actually brought something to our attention today.
Yes.
And you want to start us
So,
off?
here we go. I like this. This is straw, guys. Well, according to a new rumor, say it with me. Rumor. Transformers, under its 4-month refurb, is going to come back without 3D glasses. Now, if true, I'll be over the moon. I just may jizz myself, because I hate 3D glasses, and so do these folks. So, I hope so. The screens are being updated to 8K, though, so that'd be nice. But I do hope it comes back without 3D glasses. What do you think, George?
Yeah, for me, like when you said that Transformers was coming back without 3D glasses, I was... Basically, yeah. I was like head over the moon because I just feel like that 3D glasses are so dated with today's new technology. And I feel like that if Universal can move that way, I would love to see Disney go that route because I have to admit, as much as I'm very curious and excited about Infinity Defense, the new attraction coming into Avengers Campus, I was slightly disappointed to say that, they were going to acquire 3D glasses. I thought for sure Disney was going to go away from that for sure.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. I completely agree with you guys. I think that, for me, it's I feel like the industry is kind of moving away from the 3D glasses, but the industry leader, which is Disney, is sticking with it for some reason. I think you can make a great attraction without utilizing 3D glasses. Perfect example of that, Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway. It kind of uses that, it's kind of 3D, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? There's special effects tricks you can kind of do here that kind of make things pop without actually having to wear the glasses. So the fact that Universal is getting rid of the glasses is a great thing. I wish Disney would kind of go in that direction as well. I'm with you guys. I'm excited for the Avengers E ticket, but at the same time, I'm disappointed that the glasses are a requirement. I feel like that's setting us back a little bit.
And luckily, hopefully, because it is a screen, right? So, just like, Universal converting Potter and Typical Me from 3D to 2D, maybe somewhere in the construction process, Disney can upgrade the screen and have it open without 3D. If they hear, complaints and stuff, they just figure out a better solution.
Yeah, because you had mentioned Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and former Imagineer Kevin Rafferty, who worked on the project, I think he called it it was 2.5D.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, 2.5D.
Yeah. So shout out to Kevin Rafferty. He's no longer with WDI, but he was one of my all-time favorite Imagineers.
Oh,
started out
with them. That's why it's speedy.
Yep. Yes,
Exactly.
Yeah. He started out at Disneyland working as a dishwasher at the Plaza Inn. So he definitely came a long way from a dishwasher to help creating Cars Land, my favorite land in all of DCA, by the way.
Yeah, and another thing too, with a ride like Transformers, moving away from that 3D glasses, I think it definitely helps with people with motion sickness, right? I feel like that 3D is a big component of that kind of motion sickness kind of element. So I don't know. I know it helped a lot of people with Harry Potter. I think with Transformers it'll do the same. So I don't know, Disney, if you're watching this, I know all three of us here are known to have a lot of special access. You know what I'm saying? So Disney, we know you're watching, So if you're, we know that you're watching. So go ahead, reconsider that 3D stuff for the Infinity Defense. I think that you can still do a pretty cool experience without it.
Well, and also, too, with Transformers, it's very fast-paced.
Oh, yeah.
It flings you around. The scenes move very vigorously. So to have that 3D glasses with the 3D effect, I could see where a lot of people get that that motion sickness or that nausea feeling, because like a lot of you guys, like every time say you don't like Transformers because of those issues. Yeah,
that's a big part of it. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Now, a ride like Avengers is probably going to fling you around a lot too. So I mean, you have to be careful with that. So we'll kind of see how it is.
Which also questions the fact too. Do you think they would even go as far as using 3D glasses for the e-ticket in Pandora?
I hope not.
I don't think they will. The reason why I don't think they're going to use 3D glasses for the e-ticket in Pandora is because we know that the e-ticket in Pandora is a boat ride.
Yes, and only saw animatronics. So.
No, they didn't use 3D glasses in Shanghai for the Pirates.
No, they don't use 3D glasses. They got me.
Yeah, he added
a lover, not a fighter.
He added a little bit of that theme park ASMR in
That's
there.
right.
There it is. Yeah, exactly. Here. Hold on, guys. Little ASMR. Can you hear this? Can you hear this?
But did they use 3D glasses in the Shanghai Pirates?
That's a good question. I don't think they do, right?
Okay.
I don't think they do, because I think it would create an issue with the splash effect on the glasses. So I don't think you can really do that, but we'll see. I hope not.
Yeah. And the only reason why I question is because James Cameron is a huge proprietor with 3D. Like it's like.
Yeah, he loves him some 3D, but I don't know, for a theme park attraction, maybe he feels a little differently about it.
But Na'vi River Journey doesn't have 3D.
But Flight of Passage does.
Right.
Well, Na'vi River Journey is a boat ride.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Boat ride, exactly.
That's true.
Exactly. Wizard, I want to ask you a question. So when do you think they're when do you think they're going to start construction on this Avatar project, bro?
Oh, when I have grandkids. Okay, no.
No, you're probably not too far on both.
Josh tomorrow said in the presentation, he said everything that we announced we done in 5 years or something, right? So it was 2024. Say 2025 was at the end. So by 2030, right? Everything he announced so far, to be fair, should be done by then, because the monsters have the start date, the cars and the villains are being worked on, Tropical America is being worked on, Coco has a start date of 2026.
And they're still not going to start construction.
So the only thing we're only going to date for is Avatar. So I feel like it would have to start, if he wants to keep his promise, by 2026 or 2027, so it can be open by 2030 and get everything done in 5 years. So I think it could open then.
Which would make sense, because wouldn't 2027 have to be around the time frame when they'd be done with the Eastern Gateway?
Yeah, so they'd work on that. And also, if it's done, okay, we got Avatar 3 this year, then like a couple of them every couple of years. Maybe this opens at the end of the decade when all the avatars are done, so it can be like a culmination of all the rest of it, like all the films in the one ride, right? Because like Avatar 5 comes out like 2031 or something. So maybe this ride is like a culmination of all the Avatar films in the one ride, so you don't have to keep updating.
Yeah, no, I think you're onto some, Wizard, with that. I think that the 5 year thing is definitely what's the word for it? Yeah, a culmination. Great word. Mm-hmm. Culmination of like the next 2 or 3 movies. I think we're going to see elements from all 3 of those films in this attraction, which is a good thing. But it might be a negative in the sense where, because of the movie making process and James Cameron being so secretive, we might not get a lot of updates on it. Yeah. And it might be something where it's like we're kind of like left in the dark as fans.
Well, and they even mentioned at D23 that there's going to be a lot of factors that are going to play into this land with multiple sequels.
Right.
It's not just The Way of Water. They're including Fire and Ash and the other 2 movies after that. So up until the fact we even know any information, we still need more information on Fire and Ash. We only got a couple Na'vi concept art. We really don't know anything about the storyline. So yeah. I don't know. As I said, that's the one thing. I love James Cameron. I love his passion. I love how he pays attention to detail.
Oh, yeah.
But sometimes that can be a detriment in a way, because it's like I think of James Cameron's films like military time. You know, like when you say someone, I'll meet you there at 1200 hours. You know, well, it's like, let's go see a James Cameron film. It's at 1700 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll see. It's interesting with this whole Avatar thing. I'm excited for it. But I have a lot of questions, a lot of concerns as well. The California theme and an alien planet, not exactly the greatest mix, but we'll see. We don't even know. I mean,
yeah, we don't know. You know the true location of it. I don't even know if they know, but I feel like they keep switching.
I really feel like they don't. And honestly, I'm okay with not knowing details. Like, I could find out what is all involved with the ride at the time it opens.
Yeah.
Just tell me where the hell this thing's
I know.
going. That's all I want to know.
Remember how long it took, like months, just to find out it was in California Adventure? Because remember, the Imagineer spilled the beans and they changed his mind. They covered it up, and then we're all questioning online for months, and then we finally got one. So imagine how long it would be just for the location, since we don't even have a start.
Well, and for that Imagineer, I don't want to put him on blast or anything, because he slipped that information. Chris Beatty.
I'm glad he did, because at least we had some clarification.
Yeah, actually, I joke, but I'm a fan of Imagineer Chris Beatty. I got to talk to him at D23, and I actually brought up.
this is exactly what someone with special access would say, by the way.
Did you have lunch with him that day?
Well, he did have a coffee. So I was talking with him, and I brought up D23 2022 when it was the AKA Blue Sky Conference, of what I call it. And I brought that up, and he kind of circled around. He was like, "Yeah, that was very different," and I was like, "Yeah, it was."
Yeah.
But he said, "I'm so glad we're actually on track," and this was before the parks presentation. And he said, I think you're really going to enjoy what we have this time around. And he's absolutely right. I am enjoying all the announcements that they made. It's just, I want to know a little more detail of where they're going. And what they're
Yeah, and my big concern, too, is Josh D'Amaro. Where was Josh and all these announcements before he started running for CEO? It feels a little opportunistic, right?
Because what if he's elected CEO? Then, it goes back to dry times and I did it, guys, and then he just can do nothing.
It is out again. That's what worries me, because the pre-CEO Josh didn't really seem to care too much. He wasn't really announcing a whole lot, and then once he became a serious contender for CEO, suddenly Josh cared and was announcing all kinds of stuff. So it's so if he gets the spot, is he going to care anymore? Is it going to be I don't fully trust the guy. I got to be honest.
Well, and also you said pre-CEO Josh, someone can say, it's pandemic times, they're recovering, sure, but there's smaller things he could have done, operationally,
what they're doing, what he's doing now.
The reservations, they do with Walt Disney World.
Yes.
It's all small things to improve guest satisfaction, even the turnstiles at Disneyland. Something I guess it's expensive, but not as expensive as a new ride. And, just something that, security, improve the entry gates, things like that. He didn't do any of that, so he just did nothing.
Well, look at even Magic Kingdom's Buzz Lightyear.
Right.
Just something like that.
Exactly. Or the cannons in Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah, they finally got fixed them, all of a sudden, right?
Well, it worked out perfect for Josh, didn't it? Right when the board is deciding on the new CEO, all this stuff gets fixed, Wizard. It's almost like it's on purpose.
So, yeah.
Gosh, I don't know.
He didn't even do, any little thing. He had it on most of small projects. Even Disneyland ticket deals,
exactly,
because he had all that negative press. Remember about too expensive, and Disney this, Disney that. He could have curbed that, but it is whatever.
Nothing, right? Exactly.
50% off of kids' tickets. I mean, now we're focusing on the kids, But it also worries me too that right now he's going head to head with Dana Walden.
Right.
And hypothetically, if Dana is the person that
got a head start after the Snow White.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You're right.
Man, put him ahead of the game.
I think so.
But
oh man!
But just to say hypothetically, if Dana is the gal that becomes CEO, he then has to answer to her. And I wonder. Now, I don't say this in an anti-feministic way. I'm saying just.
Can we cancel George right now? Just cancel this guy. Why do you hate women, bro? Why do you hate women? I'm doing it.
But like when
It's the wrong channel for that.
yeah, but with just the fact that whether it was just his competitor.
Right.
So I wonder how he would take with whoever his competitor would be, so then he would have to answer to. Yeah. And again, like, does he go back to the old Josh D'Amaro way?
These executives are very ambitious people. And usually when they run for CEO and they don't get that position, they usually leave. So I don't see Josh staying. If he doesn't get the CEO spot or a promotion to some degree, like if he gets promoted to president of the Walt Disney Company, he'll stay, obviously. But if he just gets passed over and that's it, he's gone, dude. Like, I don't think he's going to stay as Parks chief. He's gone. Yeah, I don't think he'll stay.
Brings up another question. I have a two-part. If Josh gets CEO, then, how do you think he handles the movie division? And if Dana gets CEO, how do you think she handles the parks division? Like, do you think stop caring about
do you think Dana?
That's a great point.
Do you think Dana could handle the parks more than Josh with the studio?
Yes, and the reason being is because Disney has always had studio people running the company. Michael Eisner was a studio person. He came from Paramount. Frank Wells came from Warner Brothers. Walt Disney was a studio guy, technically. I mean, all these people were studio people. You don't need a theme park person to get the theme park.
Yeah, it's not like putting a theme park person as CEO that it would cause any issues.
Right, Bob Fish. Yeah, exactly.
It makes sense because, right, if you're head of the studio, like if that's your thing, you may want your successful, more so, you might want your successful IP in the theme park, so it may cause you to care more about the theme park because you want to take the successful movie, put it in the park. It may give them some more money to do that to make it look just like the movie you just produced.
Exactly.
Like Snow White.
Yeah, luckily that just got a redo, at least in Disneyland.
Well, and here's the thing too. I feel like the studio part right now is the thing that really needs a lot of work because the industry is going through a huge seismic shift, right? With streaming and everything. The park stuff, there's issues with the park stuff. Absolutely. There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on.
But it starts with the studio. If you don't fix the studio, how can you add more to the
because people don't like clones and stuff, right? But if you don't want Zootopia Land everywhere, Toy Story, you gotta have another successful IP like in Cocktail or something. So, yeah, George's right. You gotta have a successful movie like Elemental or something.
Right.
Therefore, putting the theme parks and then making a franchise and a new IP.
100%, Wizard. 100%. It all starts with the studio is like the heartbeat of everything. That's what creates all the new IP that you put in your park. So that's why I'm really bullish on a studio person becoming the next CEO. Right now, it looks like Dana, but if they find some other studio person that's capable of doing it, I'm open to that. I don't really feel comfortable right now with a theme park person who doesn't really have any Hollywood experience running the entire company when the company right now is going through a huge seismic shift with streaming and Hollywood and the studio. The studio side is very volatile, and I don't know if I trust Daddy Josh to kind of navigate those waters.
Yeah,
that's the problem. I don't have that problem with Josh. Hey, Josh, if you're watching this, let's have a beer, dude. I'm cool. But the problem is like as a person, he seems cool. Yeah. As an executive though, to run an entire company, I don't know if I want him to do that. Yeah. Look, he's charming, he's good looking, but I'm not trying to date him, like I want a good CEO, right?
And also, I just remember this. Look what's happening with all the entertainment, right, throughout the parks, right? So if he's like CEO, who knows? Maybe there'll be even more entertainment cuts throughout all the parks. Like, it's probably never going to show in the Hyperion ever yet.
It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, I mean, because they even said, like, we don't even know the fate of the Hyperion.
No, we don't.
Like, are they keeping the building? Is it going to be demoed? Is it going to be flat and leveled? It's like, because again, we don't know where Pandora's going. Or is it going to be part of Avengers Campus? We just don't know. But still, speaking of the parks, I was actually at Disneyland yesterday at the time of this recording, and I got to experience the first night of Season of the Force. And I have to say, and I got to hang out with a little bit at the end of the night with Mondo and Danny from Five Fires. Shout out to them. And I actually
more great West Coast content created. West Coast.
And I agree with Mondo. Like, he said, "I've never spent so much time in Galaxy's Edge in one day since the grand opening," and I actually agree with him. I was in there most of the day, and I tell you what, that land was pumping. Like it had like all the characters on it. They had Ahsoka, they had Mando and Grogu, they had the premiere of Luke Skywalker and R2-D2. They had Kylo Ren walking around with the stormtroopers. Like everybody was out at the same time. They all had different locations, but like they had Rey and Chewie in one section, and then they had Mando and Grogu in another. But like they were all out at once.
And how was the projection show? It looks really good.
That was honestly, to see that in person, video and photos doesn't give that justice. You both have to see it in person because
it looked super sharp.
Not even just with the technology used. I'm so glad to see that they put the original and the prequels into the land.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Well, and see, that's the thing I've been saying all along too. Like Galaxy's Edge as an aesthetic, as a visual, the land itself is dope, dude. I love Batu. It looks really, really cool. They did a great job with the visuals. The problem with Batu isn't how the land looks. I don't care if they do Tatooine or Hoth. Batu looks dope. We're good with that. What mattered more was that there was no heartbeat, no soul to the land. And so when you have this new projection show, it added some soul to it.
It did.
Some
really
life,
did.
some heart, you know what I'm saying?
And you brought something up to me earlier when we talked, and you said it had that quintessential Disney, like the narration.
Yes.
Like, and that's exactly what it did. It was like telling the origin story of Anakin Skywalker and how he became Darth Vader and how he was redeemed by his son. And it was like, it was awesome of how they structured that out.
Well, yeah, the narrator was like, very much like a story like book sort of narration, like long time ago, galaxy far, far away, a father and son. Like it had that Disney vibe to it, but it was very true to Star Wars, though.
It did, yeah.
You know, I mean, it was dope, dude. And the projections, I've never seen projections like that.
Yeah, it was.
That was so sick. I mean, they were blowing holes in the freaking rockwork. And then, like, you can see inside it, dude. I was like, what? This is crazy.
And then the projection show was good, too.
Exactly.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was good. Yeah, exactly.
But see what happens when they give me a beer.
There you go. Exactly.
But also, too, Abby and I did one ride yesterday, and we actually did Star Tours.
Let's not get into your personal life, Jordan. I don't want to get into the after hours of it. Let's talk about Disney.
Okay.
I'm middle-aged, but you should be on multiple rides per night, okay?
Yeah, I know. Multiple rides, bro.
So we ended up doing Star Tours, and it's so refreshing that they actually went back to randomized missions.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we actually got whole missions.
This run has, just one thing.
I was so sick and tired of seeing those damn space wells. Like,
baseball. Shout out to Dave Filoni. We love you, Dave.
So we ended up getting like the older missions, like where we had come up against Boba Fett and Darth Vader, and we got to see Yoda. So it was like that was really cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, no, they're really doing good things with Galaxy's Edge, right? We got Luke. They're completely dismantling the fixed timeline. We got post Return of the Jedi stuff now. We got Mando and Grogu, all kinds of stuff. So I'm glad they're doing that. That was a smart move. Star Wars is a multi-generational franchise. Technically, I'm an old ass dude, so the original trilogy should technically be my jam. But honestly, I'm kind of a prequels guy.
I love me the prequel.
I love me some Hayden Christensen. I love me some Anakin Skywalker, some Obi-Wan Kenobi. I love the prequels, and I love that Galaxy's Edge now is actually giving us some of the love from the prequels, the originals. It's not just Raylo.
And now we can hopefully get a cool third ride that encompasses the prequels and originals too.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So it's very promising. Of what I've seen yesterday, it seems like that they're on the uptick of reinventing and reconfiguring Galaxy's Edge. And I was also talking to another friend while we were in the land, and I would love to see that immersive sit-down restaurant.
Yes,
I feel like
please.
Galaxy's Edge is missing that as well.
Yes, exactly. Can we get some alien chicks walking around with 3 tits? No, I'm just kidding. Family show.
Strip club.
There you go. Exactly.
That's awesome. Now, another topic I wanted to bring up, actually going back to Universal.
Did the 3 tits remind you of another topic, George?
Yeah, that's one.
Okay.
That's what. Yeah,
We're gonna pivot. Okay.
we're gonna pivot. Yeah. Good memories. So going back to Universal, but this time moving into Universal Orlando.
Yep.
With Epic Universe. A few days ago, they dropped the Express passes, which
right.
I was able to get one for me and Abby because we're going to opening day.
Tickets through me.
Yes, book through Theme Park Wizard with all your traveling needs. He actually tried helping me out, like with the Express passes, but unfortunately, I had to book my initial vacation package with him. So unfortunately, he couldn't do anything, and I really wanted to help him out as well. To try to get his travel agency business up. So yeah, any Universal, Disney, cruises, anything, go to this guy right here.
Even strip club.
Yeah, exactly. Even strip club.
Yeah.
Hey, get with the program and spend some dough, man.
Yeah, if you book through me, you get 3 free dances.
Yes, and if you book through him, he'll go with you.
That's right. Oh, no, you're good.
No, you're good.
I have a partnership with Exposed on Canoga Boulevard in Roscoe, here in the Valley.
That's the jam, bro. That's the jam. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh! Plugging in your sources.
This episode is actually sponsored by Exposed.
Yeah, actually, I took George there.
Yeah.
Actually, when you
How did you like it?
Yeah, I did.
I saw some of my friends if they still work.
Yeah, I should have brought your name up. I might have got a discount.
promo code Theme Park Wizard.
That's right. Like, oh, how is that guy? It's been a while. They'll be like,
Been a while.
I'll be like, damn it.
Oh man. No, I took him like a year and a half ago. When you were single, Abby, don't worry, you were single.
They have couples. Take Abby over there.
She might enjoy it.
Anyway, go ahead.
So, back to the Express passes. But from what I was
Express
told,
pass for a dance or what?
for Epic Universe. So,
Yeah, the dances are lightning lanes.
Premier Lightning Lane.
Premier lightning lane.
and it has the same price tag too.
Just about.
Probably pretty close.
So, I was told by you and I believe Slime.
Well, the difference though with the strip club is you're not getting fucked, but you are at Disney. I'm just kidding.
That's right, Daddy Josh. You better fix that problem. Okay? And not just if you're CEO.
But I was told by you and Slimer that there was a lot of pausing with the system, like with the system crashing and them holding the express passes. So, did they end up bringing them back online, or?
Yes. Express passes are online, but they're gone for opening day. But they're from the 23rd and onward, they're available for your experience. Although capacity is limited the first week, so if you want that express pass, get it now. I've been working with someone, a client, who for 2 weeks has been wanting to go. They've been a little wishy-washy. I said, you better put the down payment in, because it's a small one. They didn't do it, and then now their day is sold out. Now the other day is sold out, so now they're not sure they can go. So if you want to go opening week, go ahead and get your express pass. If you have a ticket, get your express pass, because I think it's like, a new theme park, so it's very limited on capacity. They want to make sure everyone has a good time, and they're still testing things. So if you're going in June, then you should be okay. But if you want to get that express pass and VIP if you want it. I also learned they have 2 VIP things over there. I didn't know. So here in Hollywood, the VIP is part of your ticket. You get the private studio tour and the meals and stuff. In Orlando, it's kind of weird. It's kind of bad, actually. It's the same price as it here. It's just like an express pass type of thing, and I guess a guide. But you don't get any other stuff like the food or anything. There's a private VIP experience, which is you get the buffets and food. And that's what I was telling George about.
Right.
It's like $7,000 for the group. That's insane, but you get all that here for like $400. So it was kind of weird how it works over there.
No, that's crazy. But now, too, afterwards, Universal made the announcement that there are several rides that will not be part of the Express Pass, and Ministry of Magic is one of them.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
Let's see. It makes sense because Hagrid's wasn't until recently. And so I feel like it'll be, Hagrid's is what, 3 years? No. 2019 wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty candy.
So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised until the 2030s if Ministry of Magic doesn't have Express based on the Hagrid's thing. And then Donkey Kong, I was surprised if it ever got it, at least, again, the first 5 years, because that ride is such low capacity, because it's only 4 people per vehicle, that it's already going to have a high wait time the whole time. So I feel like that will never get an Express Pass, or like it'll be like years down the line because it'll be ruined.
So that's interesting, Wizard, that because I'm not as privy to Universal as you are. So that's interesting. So Hagrid's waited years before it went on to
it just got, and it makes sense. Line's so long. Like we couldn't ride it when we went because it was down in the early entry, and then it was 2 hours all day. So we wanted to prioritize other things since it was our first time. So I imagine Ministry will be just like that, and Express will like make it even longer.
Now, do you think that also has something to do with a lot of the technical issues they've been having with the Ministry of Magic?
Maybe, but that's more so of an opening thing because it's still not open. So that one will be like a virtual line issue. So for the Ministry of Magic on virtual line and nothing else is, it's because of technical problems.
Because I was surprised that Monsters Unchained was part of the Express and not Ministry.
That makes that one. Because that one has a pretty high capacity. It's like Forbidden Journey. Actually, it has a higher capacity than Forbidden Journey because it won't be stopping as much as Forbidden Journey does. So, actually, at all. So, that one should be able to cycle a lot of people. So, that one makes sense.
Good.
Yeah, the Ministry stuff, so the Harry Potter one, I think they're expecting to be super popular. But if for some reason, it has a short line, then Express will probably be added faster. Like Mario Kart here, just got Express last year, a few months ago. Because when the line died down, it'll be the same thing over there. I think that's why that's going on. And virtual line, like I said, whatever rides that virtual line for a long time is because of technical problems. And Ministry is probably the only one that will get it.
Well, look even how long it took for Cosmic Rewind to come off a virtual queue at Epcot.
Yeah.
That's just a stupid Disney problem. That could have come off way sooner, in my opinion. Because it's not like the ride was broken.
No.
It's not like it went down a lot. Because it came up, and look, it's doing just fine. It had a highway time and it went down.
But do you think that both Disney and Universal should be held accountable both positively and negatively with these notions? Because there's a lot of people
I think that's if they do it the exact same way, then yes. The problem with the Cosmic Rewind virtual queue in Tiana's one is if you didn't get it in the morning or the 12 or whatever, it was done forever. But the way Universal does it is they keep adding times throughout the day. So you can I was one time when Nintendo had a virtual line, I didn't get it right away. The refreshed 5 minutes later and the time opened up and I was able to walk right in when I booked my time. But Disney, you have to really do the whole lottery thing and really be on the phone and check it. I don't like that part. They should do it like Universal, where they just add a whole bunch of times throughout the day. Then they open and close them. You can select them. You can select a virtual line for nighttime in the morning if you want to, and then just go and then. But Disney, you have to do it right then, and if you don't get it, you just can't do it at all.
So basically, Universal's Express, where you just keep opening and closing them, kind of reminds you. I won't go there.
Remind you of Exposed in Canoga Park?
That's right!
There we go.
So, did you guys have any other topics?
I want to ask Wizard. So Simpson, we talked about this before we started recording, but so we're currently in Moe's Tavern in the Simpsons area again over here at Universal Studios Hollywood. what's the latest rumors on this area? I mean, we know it's probably going to go away, but anything that you can.
I don't know. I said nothing yet. Maybe they'll try to tie it into the Fast and Furious area and make a LA land or something. I don't know. But it's kind of small, so it's very interesting. It's because it's a smaller spot, but it's like a very busy spot.
Yeah.
So then the question becomes, do you want to put something super popular because it'll be like triple the amount of people, and then it could be congested, or do you want to put like a show, maybe it sucks up the people and then like keeps the walkways.
Well, didn't you say that you talked to some people that have been at Epic Universe and said that Dark Universe is like the smallest out of all the land, so it kind of could fit in?
Some people thought that Dark Universe seemed like it was designed for here, because it's basically has the same setup as Hogsmeade with the 2 rides in the back, and the village in the middle, and the center like that. So I mean, I guess it could go here. Probably, I feel like the lower lot would be a good spot for that one if it came. Because yeah, that same setup, little portal, village, and then ride in the back. So I hope that comes because it looks great.
One, especially like an IP like that, to bring it to the park where it all began, because they actually filmed the actual movie.
I'm telling you. And that's the thing that I think it's really smart. Universal lately has been really leaning into their nostalgia, which is brilliant. They're really taking a play out of Disney's playbook. Disney has been really successful at sort of tapping into your emotional, like, nostalgia button. You know what I'm saying? Universal lately has been trying to do that with FanFest, with this Back to the Future stuff. Shout out to Wizard for helping me for getting my tickets for FanFest.
Right. We'll be there.
We'll be there. But like, I think that like with the Universal monsters, that's sort of like the Disney fairy tale in a lot of ways, where I think that like you want to tap into that. And here in Hollywood, this is where the magic began really for Universal. So I think it's smart to have a Universal Monsters land here in the place that really started it all. Whether it's here in Simpsons or whether it's somewhere else on property, I think it needs to be done. And you don't need to do the full land. Like maybe you don't have the werewolf, like you were saying. Maybe you don't do the werewolf coaster, right? You just do Monsters Unchained.
I'd be fine with that.
And the steakhouse, and a bar.
Yes, we need some steak.
We're good.
And we're good.
Oh, if you get the burning blade with the fire, that's so cool.
But the only problem with that is if you get the burning windmill, people would be up in arms not knowing if it was a regular California fire.
Too soon, George.
They'd be like, "Oh wait, is that like staged or is that real?
Is that for real? Is that just LA or what?"
Yeah. If all the people see that, all the people from out of state will be coming at us again and saying we're doing a terrible job.
Yep. And then like the blades go on fire, and then you have like the PR team looking, wait a minute, it wasn't scheduled at this time.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness,
I
that
want
would be
some steak at a steakhouse.
But I think
I'll
that would
take
be
it.
really cool. I think honestly,
So, and yeah, you can take away Curse of the Werewolf because, like I was telling you guys earlier, I'm not doing those free spinning around coasters. So you can take those
well,
away.
because you said the Curse of the Werewolf is free range.
Yeah,
spin.
so you
It's
can spin
like-
as much based on your weight. It'll keep spinning as much as you want. I'm like, oh man, not for me. I'll get it.
right on my lap.
Yes.
All I heard was spinning and right in your lap. You're not an expert, bro.
It's just down the street.
LA. But I want to thank you both for joining me today on this very special
Bar chat.
bar chat at Universal Studios Hollywood. Definitely keep an eye out. We love doing these. We'll do more. We'll have Wizard back on. We'll have maybe some more guests that would like to join us on location.
Yeah,
we
like
love
these
doing
people
this.
sitting next to us. Maybe I want to join.
You want to join us?
Awesome. But it's always
Yes,
Me
that's
too,
OG55,
yeah.
and I'm a theme park wizard.
yep.
That's awesome. So nice to meet you guys.
But definitely check both these guys' channels: Orange Grove 55, Theme Park Wizard, and of course you'll find this video here on Citrico Central.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm Ethan right now. Theme park wizard is my Ethan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Orange Grove 55 and Citrico Central.
Yeah.
What do you guys
Yeah. Did you want to say hi? You come and say funny.
Go on, say.
Nice.
Thank you all for watching.
Yes, always a good time. Yes, because this is what we love to do. We love interacting with people on location. They get all our information, and they can check out these videos that we bring to you. So until the next time, for the next bar chat, as I always say, stay safe, stay healthy, stay. Oh no, I did it again, didn't I? It's all universal, baby.